This one is called Rattlesnake Pancakes. I don't usually take bets, but I took this one. Fatso bet me a melamite ring I wouldn't eat a rattlesnake pancake. Normally I am cautious, but I needed a gift for Emily Beth, and her father, being a minor, she had a thing for melamite. The thing on my plate was, pardon, the color of a dry scab, and it tasted as vile as it looked, but I got one swallow down, and then 20 followed in slow succession. I felt queasy, but Fatso never guessed. When 5 hours later I was still alive, he handed over the ring. I ran to Emily Beth's mom's place on Arapahoe. I found her sitting on a two-person glider on the wraparound porch. Emily Beth, I got a ring for you. Oh, blister, however did you afford a ring of melamite? That just heats my heart. Maybe so, Emily Beth, but are you tepid enough to wed? A gift is not a liberty, blister. I'll not marry you until Father Life has sucked the selfish out your soul. Selfish? Selfish? I ate snake poison for you. Yeah, but you didn't die, did you? So what's the good of that? It's called Poem for Danny. Sometimes you're camping in Wisconsin, thinking about Melville and wondering what he'd make of Nat King Cole. And sometimes you're on a job in Idaho and you hear the pop of cooking soup, but there's nothing in the microwave. And sometimes you're in Lubbock, in a hotel filled with polished apples and carts of recovered luggage. And sometimes you're in Boca Raton, in the company of salesmen whose wives died of complications. And sometimes you're in Park City, harried as a lariat, lonely as a Cody. And sometimes you're in Park Slope, staring from a convention window at girders so innocent they seem almost botanic. And sometimes, floating in the Gulf of Mexico, you close your eyes and let the water cover them. And then, for a time which seems like mercy, you don't know where you are, or remember where you were, or imagine where you may go. And the last one that I want to read in this set is called Finland. When in doubt, walk around the world. When in doubt, blacken the eyes in the dictionary. When in doubt, ask tobacco. When in doubt, hack a tree. When in doubt, preen like Dietrich. When in doubt, pretend to make love. Love. Let us be faithless to one another. Let plate tectonics have the day. Let's drink to BPA and zombify ambition. Let's smoke a pot roast, mainline a mango, snort a mortgage, shoplift a kiss. Let's inculcate. Let's make baptism a sin. She, you're cute in a Gene Sibelius kind of way. He, I'd go out with you, but your Google profile is so unattractive. Thank you.
Okay, this is celebrating the body. I love my body, though the mirror insists it resembles a sack of flour spilling out of a black satin handbag. I respect my body, its caryatid heft, and its lofty lighthouse head with a zoetrope inside that flickers endless poems across the heavens. I caress my body, its battle-scarred breasts, its mayhem of curves gone kaflooey. I venerate my body with its swirls of white hair that are launch pads for rumbustious comets. I sing my body from the jukebox of my hips that roar the mashed potatoes and whoop the locomotion. I shout my body with its varicose veins that spell out the words to wang dang doodle. Yes, I celebrate my body, which is round like a fist, which endures like a Mayan mosaic of bones and cells and silver. My body resplendent in its necklace of years, bead after opal bright bead. And this is the body through time. The body at birth is a blob of dough jiggling with unbaked promise. The body at 10 is rubbery as a hot dog. At 15, the body mutates and shapeshifts, a skittery kaleidoscope of flesh. At 20, she's part catapult, part ocean. The body at 30 is a riot of roses in a buxom baccarat vase, commanding the lobby of the Ritz Saint-Tropez in an art film about aristocratic knaves. But in the thinning air of the upper decades, when icy blasts run shrieking through the theater, what desperate carpentry of bones and breath will keep the rattle-trap body standing as the petals plummet like a Wall Street crash, the crystal degrades into streaky plastic, and the boarded-up Ritz drifts out to sea, trailing ribbons of dingy wallpaper? The body at 50 walks on eggs that may one day hatch into ravenous monsters or roll her flailing down a crumbling gulch to a wasteland under a sputtered out sun, a ghost town of shadowy shapes with long forgotten names. Yet the legs keep pumping, and the lungs keep whooshing, and the brain keeps whirring, and the heart keeps roaring, and God only knows what glorious glue holds the whole heroic thing together as the body marches on, a defiant deer in time's oncoming headlights.